What's happened, man? You look all fucked up.
I was
Flores looks okay.
You copying my look, Gunner?
copying your look is crazy. I was led into a trap.
Oh, you mean the storm? Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I saw him out window.
No, I was led into a trap, and me and Opal were bombed.
What the hell you mean you were led into a trap? How did that happen?
You got blown up?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's get you off your feet, old man, and you can tell this story. Come on. Come on, Gunner. Come on, take your seat.
Slow and steady.
Take it easy, man. Take it easy. Right, what happened?
Me and Opal were led into a trap.
You said that. What kind of trap?
It was laid by the Faceless.
Oh, I really gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Explain.
Inside the chip we got, there was information about a shipment that was going to happen on the 21st at a specific time. We showed up. There's a key laid in a spot. We got the key. We went. Me and Opal walked in. After we locked it, door closed behind us. A recording played. Opal has a recording.
I thought you were going to wait until people turned up, but...
We did. Nobody turned up. We waited a while till after the time. Nobody turned up. Went to the location where the key was stashed. It was still there. Nobody had went and grabbed the key. So we figured nobody's coming for this. Might as well write a search warrant, open it up. That's what we did when we got in. It was a trap.
What did the recording say?
Opal's got a bunch of stuff in there. It called out a Marshal that called out Opal. You know, I was blown up, so you know it's a little hard to remember the specifics.
I mean, that explains the whole 10 steps ahead thing that we found in the chip.
What do you mean?
Remember the number that was at the top?
Yeah.
And I translated it, it said 10 steps ahead.
Everything they say is cryptic. What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, it makes sense now. That they knew that we had it, and they must have laid that as a trap. You okay? Is Opal okay? Yeah.
Opal's okay. I mean, we're doing, you know, okay, considering.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure where to go with this. I had a sergeant in the LSPD who was withholding information about the Faceless investigation.
Come again?
Yeah.
Who?
Erin Carter. Yeah, I questioned her. She apparently had seen me fall from somewhere into the MRPD parking lot. Right.
You fell from
I woke
where?
up in the hospital. I had a little bit of head trauma, so I don't remember exactly what happened. But she was telling me that I was muttering something about the Faceless when I was on the ground, and that I had fallen. She didn't see from where. I had fallen from a great height, apparently. She tells me what I was talking about. I said, I don't remember. Can you tell me what I said? She said, you're lying to me. You do remember. I said, no, I don't. Could you please tell me what I said? She said, well, it's not funny to make funny about the Faceless stuff because Opal's gotten threats from the Faceless. And me and Opal, been working very closely on this. I don't know of any threats from the Faceless that she's gotten. When I asked her what threats that Opal's gotten from the Faceless, she told me, now I know you're lying to me, and hung up the phone.
The hell?
Yeah, not exactly sure what that was. I brought it to the chief. He seemingly didn't investigate it at all when I mentioned this to him. There was no reports made about it, and he never mentioned anything to me about that afterward. I brought this up to him, the fact that we're having a lot of problems with the LSPD leaking information, and the fact that she's not forthcoming with this information is very worrying. And the fact that I've brought it to him and seemingly there's been no action is even more worrying now. He said that I should have a discussion with her and that maybe this is just a miscommunication. I said, regardless of whether or not she's calling me a liar, this or that, I don't really care if she believes I'm lying to her. If she's going to sit there and say that she's going to withhold information from us about a sergeant in the LSPD who's apparently being targeted by the Faceless, and then the very next day we end up getting bombed, that's very worrying to me, is what I told him. He apparently could not see why it would be worrying to me. I told him that's especially because they are leaking like a sieve over there at the LSPD. They go raid these gang members' houses, and they are all cleared out because they know about it beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, isn't Erin like one of the leads of the detective unit?
Yes, exactly. Yes, and she's apparently unwilling to give me information about a sergeant in the LSPD who's being targeted. When I brought this up to the chief and got no action on it, it made me very worried about this whole Marshal Inquiry Task Force that we have running. The fact that they have access to all of the information we have on this investigation, and apparently they aren't willing to look into members of their own department who are not willing to share information about targets on members of the LSPD, that strikes me as very alarming.
Mungo, thank you for the raid, buddy.
And when I reached out to Opal after this,
I hope you had a good stream, dude.
she told
It was
me
fun
she was
today,
aware
man.
of no threats on her.
Huh?
Yeah, Opal told me she was aware of no threats that had been placed on her by the Faceless. So apparently these are threats that only Aaron Carter knew about.
What the fuck, man?
Yes. It was. I was very alarmed by the conversation that I had had with Aaron Carter after that. I was very alarmed.
Yeah, dude, it was a lot of fun,
it
man.
made me, like I said,
I love
question
Deke
very
so much.
this whole Marshal Inquiry Task Force. I understand the people in it. I do trust, but the fact that they are most likely going to be forced to share information with people like the chief, who's not investigating members of his own department, who don't want to share the information with us, is very worrying. He thinks this should just be a discussion between me and Aaron. I'm not sure how fruitful that will be. I think that...
Weren't you already having a conversation and she hung up the phone?
Yes, exactly, yes. He said that we should have another conversation afterward with Opal there. I said, that's fine and all. But Herb not being willing to share the information with the marshals on active terrorist organization who has a threat on a member of the LSPD, I don't know how anybody can swallow that one way or another.
Just to clarify for me, so I'm on the same page, how did she withhold information? What did she withhold?
I asked her, what information do you have about Opal being targeted by the Faceless? She said, now I know you're lying to me, when I said that, and she hung up the phone.
What does that even mean?
I assume that she's saying that it's obvious that Opal has had these threats upon her. I don't know why she would think that, considering when I talked to Opal, she said that she was aware of no specific threats. When I talked to the chief, he was aware of no specific threats. Neither was the assistant chief, who was also there, aware of no specific threats that had been placed against Opal. But apparently this sergeant in the LSPD was. I think what I think is happening is, for some reason, she assumes that Opal had threats placed upon her, thinks that I know about these threats, and thinks that I'm, for some reason, lying to her about knowing about these threats, which I have no reason to lie to her, and I don't know why she would believe that I would be lying to her. Again, that doesn't make sense either. So none of this makes sense to me in any way, shape, or form. Which, while I made a report about it, it just doesn't make any sense.
All right. I'll have a chat to if I see her, and I'll have a chat with her, and then I'll have a chat with the chief if I see him as well. I think let's not let a bad apple spoil the bunch. You know.
That's the thing. It's not just a single bad apple, right? This is the culmination. Well, this is the well, we have apparently a male British individual who has been singled out as a person, a potential leaker, right? And then we have, on top of that, like I mentioned before, the fact that these gang raids keep being leaked to members of these gangs, and seemingly somehow they end up knowing that they are going to be raided right beforehand, is a compounding factor on top of the single individual here who is not willing to share this information. Does that make sense?
Sure, yeah. Okay, yeah, I agree. I think we need to get to the bottom of this British leaker in the PD, whoever it is. I think we need to. The only people that know about that is me, you, and the chief. So we need to kind of knock our heads together on that and start, I guess, going through possibilities.
You know, looking at the totality of the situation with them leaking is why I'm starting to question whether or not we should be having any of these faceless reports open to any member of the LSPD, because whether or not, you know, I trust Opal, but do I trust the people that Opal is going to be forced to tell this information to?
Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it, really? You know, that's why it was a martial-only investigation for so long. Even then, we had leaks from Oshira, so it's never guaranteed. It's just about keeping the circle as small as possible.
Yeah, I think they've been great when it comes to tactics. You know, when we need people to lead a tactical situation when it comes to, you know, moving from point A to point B with that chip, or securing the docks for an operation. The LSPD has been great when it comes to that. But when it comes to the investigation side of stuff, they are leaking like a sieve over there.
Oh, wait, what's your state ID?
My state ID is 7194.
Okay, I shared a state master report with you. I made this the other day, and I just went through any British male officers.
Doc Masters does not have a more rough accent than you.
He does, yeah.
No. I'm going to disagree with that, but sure. I think you've got a rougher accent than Doc Masters.
Regardless, he's a British, you know, we're talking subjectively here.
Yeah.
So we've got to think it could be anybody, really. Like I put Rupert on, he doesn't have a rougher accent, but it is a possibility.
Didn't he also say that it was somebody who he could easily identify? And
no.
then he... Oh, I thought he said something like that to you.
No, he didn't say that.
That, like, the accent was easily identifiable.
No, he just said British, and then when I asked like more specifics, I was like, "Does he sound like me?" And he said, "No, more." Literally, he said more British, but then he said like more rough than yours.
Gotcha.
I don't. Unfortunately, we can't ask him exactly what it means on that anymore. But this is the British people I could think of in the PD. Actually, I don't think Larry is British. I don't know why he's on here. Is he British? No, I'm not thinking of Larry. I was thinking of Cohen. Regardless, these people.
Lucas Miller's unlikely because he's a target.
Yeah, but why is he a target?
I don't know.
Like, why is he a target versus anybody else? You know what I mean?
But
Like,
why? But why would leaking them information make you a target? You know.
no, what I'm saying is, like, just because he's on that list, that could be a cover. Like, there was he had a bomb go off, but it wasn't when he was in the vehicle. So that could be some kind of Faceless cover story. I don't know.
I mean,
Regardless, these are
they're
people we need
always
to keep an
they're
eye
always.
on.
You know what? I'm more open to that idea now because they do always seem to be somehow
10 steps ahead.
10 steps ahead. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I want to say that that's not the case, but then you know what? You might be right. It's you know what? It's Lucas Miller.
No, I just
He's
think,
our leaker. No, it's right. You got it. It's Lucas Miller. God damn, we should have seen it earlier, Dark. What the fuck?
wait, chill out for a second. Hold on, hold your horses.
Sorry.
In terms of the people, this is an issue, right? Because in terms of the people that knew about the chip, from our side of things, who knew about that transport? It was me, you, Opal, the chief, Doc. Who else?
Who else knew about the transport?
And specifically
Nobody
the
knew.
chip.
Nobody knew about the specifics of what was in there. Besides us, who was the people on the operation knew about it being valuable cargo. Okay, they did not know anything about a chip or anything about
Yeah.
that.
So
You
that's
could even check their reports from the day. It just says they knew that they were doing a valuable cargo shipment. That's what they were doing.
which is
Could be anything. Could be guns. Could have been all sorts of crazy shit.
yeah. That's what makes it. What makes me worried about Doc. I'll be honest. Is that the circle of people that knew about what was being transported and when and where and all that kind of stuff was very minimal. So for that to get ambushed.
Oh my god, I've got a conversation I don't want to have.
With who?
You right now.
Wait.
Look at 27557. You see on the bottom right in the pictures, second to last picture, Seal of Los Santos defaced.
What the fuck is this shit?
You see at the bottom what it says there?
Conquered 2020. Yeah.
So at Nino's farewell address to the PD, she mentioned something along the lines of this county will be fully privatized.
Wait, what does he mean? What? Give me the context of that sentence.
The context was so he had both the mayor of Los Santos and the mayor of Blaine County next to him, and he said this is Puppet 1 and Puppet 2, and then he started alluding to the privatization of the county and a senate that will be enacted. And then I saw his yellow page ad said senator of Los Santos or something like that.
He's just stirring the pot, mate. He's out the picture now, so he's trying to stay relevant and stir the pot. But I do think that.
So look at my report here, okay? Edgar alluded to the fact that Nest Construction was claiming ownership, okay? Then you got the Seal of Los Santos, Conquered 2025. On top of that, we got this street art.
And what is this?
Right above it. That was also left on the building, okay?
Wait, what building?
This building.
This was left
on this building. Those were both on the front of this building.
You were there, you saw us in the crates, you used choppers, you bought the trucks, you moved something big, you know what it was, we don't. Left in the dark, how can you say you protect us if you only say you're protecting us from? The fuck is this shit?
And then there's an owl and crosshairs. You see that owl and crosshairs?
Yeah, I see that. Well, the Faceless uses the owl.
And you also see in the Seal of Los Santos defaced, the owl on the bottom left is X'd out.
Yeah, but that don't make any sense because the Faces use that as their symbol. Why would they cross out themselves?
I don't know. But
They're-
what
yeah,
it looks like to me is that somebody, somewhere, is trying to take this county from us. That's what this, that is. This is all begging the question: what is this for? And I believe it's for the reason is so that they can quote claim ownership, aka privatize the county, aka take this county from us.
that's not gonna happen other than on a fucking.
That's not gonna stop them from trying, is it?
Okay.
I mean, technically, the governor said there's nothing stopping both the mayors from getting together and changing the constitution. Right? Remember him saying that?
Yeah.
So they could realistically, they could privatize the state if they wanted to. At least the counties, they could do it. There's nothing stopping them from writing that into the constitution, is there? Other than the state coming in and
Well, wait,
vetoing it.
how does a state get private? Like what? I get what you're saying. I understand the vision there, but like globally, how does that make any sense?
I don't know. But I mean, they got SEMA camps set up now in North Legion.
Between SEMA camps,
There, there's an
the
outbreak
relief
of
thing.
yeah, there's an outbreak of homeless people. I don't know if you've noticed in front of like the courthouse and
Yeah, I've
all
seen them.
around.
Yeah.
So I guess it's trying to deal with that. These people seem like they're
Ooh,
hopped up
who
on
is trying to
pills.
deal with that?
These SEMA camp individuals. I don't know.
Hello.
Nest Construction is who is trying to do it. They're the ones who set up the camps.
He left the show. Is there any report on that?
I don't think I made. No, I don't think. I think I had a lot going on that day.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's just kind of crazy. What's going on with you, Flores? Yeah.
I am out and about, as they say, hunting down the next big thing. It was around yesterday. Clowns are killing mimes. Nothing new there.
Is this the sniper rifle thing? Yeah.
Can I not give McNulty my sniper again?
Wait, why did you give him your own?
I mean, what do you mean? How? What else am I supposed to do?
I'm surprised you had ammo
Yeah,
for it.
I mean, you didn't have to give away your personal one. You could have just bought one, and then.
Who is Letty Mendez?
Oh yeah,
Also, if I'm
Marshall's
around,
around.
we don't need to give them snappers. They're fine.
I'll take this call.
I approved McNulty for it just because.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Don't
But I
tell
was
me
around
no,
anyway.
Gunner, man.
I'm around. Why does he need to get a sniper if I'm around?
He
I
said
got
there
him
was no
calling
monsters
me.
around, so I replied
I'm
to him.
around all the time, and then he calls me going, "Your director said you got to give me a sniper." I'm like, "Okay, that's great, awesome, thanks for signing me up for that."
Listen, when he emailed me, he said that there was no monsters around. He couldn't find any monsters, so.
Yeah, surely that's definitely what was happening.
So you suggested that what, he was being deceptive?
Literally, he asked me last time, "Can I have a sniper?" I told him no, and then he said, "What would be the repercussions if I just used one anyway?"
Oh, this is Letty Mendez. Hello?
Listen, it's fine. He can have it for now until this shit's over.
Well, I mean, I took it back from him. I just,
Oh, we gave it back already? Okay, that's fine. Was
Yeah,
it resolved that
yeah, they got him.
they got who? Who was it?
Chatter? I don't remember. It was some clown.
It was Chatterbox?
I think so. I think they apparently they apprehended him in a spot where they didn't even need the sniper. So
Oh, they didn't need the sniper in the end there.
no, I was just it was. I just thought it was odd that I was obviously around and he was calling me for a sniper.
Okay, well, yeah, when he emailed me, and you know, it was late at night, and he said there's no monsters around. This guy's got a
Alright,
sniper rifle. I approved it. That okay with you, Gunner? Director?
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I just, I'd like a little more clarity on what exactly approving him for a sniper means. You're telling me
Okay.
I'm not supposed to give him my sniper, and then I don't know.
No, I
what
meant
that
you've got your own poster sniper. I just, you know, if he didn't have one, you could just buy a new one, and it's easy to track, innit? Because if you're worried about him doing bad shit with it, then you don't want it coming under your name, right?
I mean, no matter what, it's attached to my state ID.
Yeah, but you could register that as
It's got a serial, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got
yeah,
a different
yeah,
serial number.
yeah. I'm definitely still don't. Yeah, yeah. We should just. I don't know. They should, get snipers if they want snipers. I don't know. Who am I? Who am I?
What's that called about?
We have someone that wants to interview to be a marshal.
Oh, okay.
Not it.
She said she knew you, Gunner.
You're
who?
it.
Letty Mendez.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. Well, she also said she knew Chris. So
You're up, Gunner. Time for an interview.
I refuse.
you're the full marshal here. I'm
Yeah, Gunner, come on. You got to step up,
I
man.
literally just got bombed.
You got to step. You were good. You got office
I'm
work
42.
to do. You got office work to do.
No, don't do that.
I'll go 42. I'm not joking.
Brother.
Gunner, you listen. This job isn't all about.
We'll take them
bombs
in
and
shifts.
sniper
I'll do
rifles,
the
man.
next one.
I refuse to do this interview.
Why?
Gunner, listen. You're taking this interview whether you like it or not, man.
If you think I'm joking, then I will go 42 if you make me do this.
Where's our interest list? Hold
Listen,
on.
you can go 42, but then you're not coming back on
Okay.
duty until he's interviewed. There.
All right, 42.
What the hell?
I don't know what's going on with him.
I'm trying to find our. Oh, hold on. Where's our interest list? Oh, here it is. 157.
It's on there. Yeah. You gonna call her up? You need a number from Flores, Gunner?
Huh?
You need her number?
I'm going 42.
Why?
I clearly do not want to do this, and you're going to force me to, so I'm just going to go 42.
Why don't you want to do this so bad?
Just like a cousin or something? Like, what's going on here?
Why don't you want to do this? I need a reason.
I've just got bombed. Okay, I'm not feeling in the best health. Okay, and I'm just gonna go 42. You guys can handle it. Okay.
I don't mind doing it, but I would just like to know why you don't want to do it.
I just told. Do you want me to repeat the same shit I just said to you? I don't understand. Is it funny? You think it's funny?
Kind of, you need to calm
I don't
the fuck
understand,
down, man.
It's funny. Okay, cool, awesome.
You
I'll
can't
just shut
keep
up
getting
now.
agitated like this, man. It's a job. You gotta do things you don't want to do.
Yeah, I've been doing that day in and day out, Dark. I've been doing it day in and day out.
Listen, I'll do the interview. It's no problem.
Don't worry, guys. It's fine. Don't you worry.
I think you
Just
need to get
blow
this
my
chip
stuff
off
in
your
my
shoulder,
locker.
Gunner.
Yeah, but I'm the one with the chip on my shoulder.
Gunner, if you're gonna keep this fucking attitude, you can stay off duty, okay?
10-4, understood.
I don't know what the fuck's going on with Gunner. Okay, we just got a ping, anonymous ping. Is Flores available? Nope, he's probably gonna go die. I like Junior. I like Junior, but he's going to be someone that we're going to have to keep an eye on when it comes to the Nino. You know, is he just a Nino puppet? But I think everyone's going to question that. Got banned for SPS 07. Hey, Huntley. Oh, yeah. Got a feeling I know what this is gonna be.
I see you've made it to the container. I suppose that was inevitable. You see, the thing about us is that we don't fight over ego. We don't waste our time on taunts sent by cops like Opal, empty threats, or posturing. The noise you make, it means nothing to us. Every move you make, every step you think you take in this city is already accounted for. We've been here long before you decided to press play on the little game, and we'll be here long after your futile attempts have crumbled to dust. You think you could outsmart us, Marshals, PD, don't you? You think this little chip you've recovered has given you some edge? That's where you're wrong. The truth is, we let you think you were winning. Every single piece of information you thought you had access to, it was designed to lead you exactly where you are now. Trapped, confined, and soon. Look around you. God. You know, we've always been steps ahead. You just didn't realize it until it was too late. Every operation, every move you've made, we've already anticipated. You were never in control. You were never going to win. But here's the thing about us. We don't need the fanfare. We don't need to hear you scream or see you flail. No, we'll just watch, just as we've always been watching. You're just another piece in a game you don't understand. And by the time you realize it, well, it will be too late. And as for the container that you're inside, consider it a final lesson. Your time was up before you even knew it had begun. The Oracle, Darkstone, the government. We are always 10 steps ahead.
Okay. I guess that's what Gunner heard when he got blown up. Okay, I think that kind of confirms things that he said. I don't know how many. I can't remember what it said in the recording. I don't know whether it said 10 steps ahead, but he definitely said steps ahead of you. And that thing that we saw on the chip that was like 10 steps ahead, it kind of confirms that they knew and they left that, you know, as bait. Okay. Okay. You know, at one point I did think that the Faceless was about to start singing Every Breath You Take by the Police. He was like, every breath you take and all those steps you take. I was like, damn, he's about to bust out into karaoke. I didn't realize he was like cool like that. He is right though. As much as me might want to hate this guy, he do be right. The Faceless have been 10 steps ahead, man, every time. We're fighting, we're trying to swim upstream, I think. We're swimming against the current right now, and we need to try and, you know, get something on our side for a change. I think that might be, and I don't know whether it's even a probability. I think the angle might be Brandon Valentino. That's what I'm thinking right now. 009, you guys need backup?
10-4.
Roger that.
They're back on the second house of the... At least one of them.
Angle how? In that he was a target on the chip that we had. Now, obviously, that could be another fucking bait, right? But maybe that's an angle we need to explore. In does he know that he was a target for the Faceless?
I see 3 as well.
And if not, how does he feel about it? Like that they want him dead? That kind of shit. Could we flip Brandon Valentino to double cross the Faceless?
He's throwing something to someone on the roof below us, I think.
Yeah. And the whole thing would be resting on the whole Brandon Valentino's a target.
Down from P2, I think.